Hello.
Rory.
Rory, where are you?
Yeah, are you in a
Are you at a
restaurant?
bar?
We're This is our office. This is our
Oh, it
beautiful.
looks like a bar.
It's incredible. Look at all the
It,
glass.
it, it, I liken it to the lobby of a sexy hotel. So
Nice.
that's the vibe I get for
It
it.
does look like that.
It looks very interesting and
Yeah.
special.
I love
Different.
it.
Different from somebody's bathroom.
True.
True. And the next time you're in Dublin, I'll give you a full tour. No problem whatsoever.
Oh, we're
Great,
going to
thank
Ireland.
you.
We're going to Ireland. It's going to be so nice.
Dublin.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent accent. It's not bad.
Yeah, I watch normal people.
So good.
We all watch normal people.
Of course.
It was lockdown. We all watch
I
normal
watch
people.
normal people.
How quickly, when you're offered the roles of literally playing gods, did you say yes?
Well, I auditioned, so I really, really wanted it. And obviously you say yes. David Sandberg called me and I thought he was my Grubhub driver. I thought I answered after one ring, and then David has this very
Stop.
distinct, deep voice. He was like, that you answered the phone very quickly. And I was like, I thought you were my empanadas. I'm so sorry.
I thought
Hi,
you were my
David.
empanadas.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, David Sandberg. And then he gave me the part. And so
Sampanadas.
obviously I said
We call
yes.
them sampanadas.
Yeah, there you go. That's yeah, perfect. What about you? How fast did you say yes?
I waited a beat.
Oh, she made them wait. She played hard to get.
No, I just wanted to make sure that they were okay with adding a couple of, the intention of the goddesses having a mission, like one or two
I didn't
lines.
know that. That's awesome.
And they were open to it. So then yes, and then Henry and I got on the Zoom.
That's really
The
cool.
Zoom room.
Just like this?
No, it was like not as interesting as that. We were all like in our hotel
Our
rooms or
little
something.
laptop, like, yeah.
I'm wondering, like, when you're putting on the finished costume for the first time, it feels like that's the kind of role where you almost must feel like you're changing personality when you put on something that looks that cool. When you
It's
put on something that's so battle ready.
1000%.
And
You
then
put
you-
it on and you just feel
You have to be like this.
impenetrable.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Amazing.
you feel powerful,
Yeah. Oh.
but then you feel tired.
And then you
then you feel like your shoulders are going to fall off on where your knees are.
and then it's cumbersome to go to the bathroom and you're like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
But then the next morning you're like, oh, it's so cool. And the same thing happens again.
Was there one particular day or sequence or scene for you both where you're like, this is the tough one for me? This is the one where, because I think Zachary described it as the torture diaper when he's flying around.
He was
in
wearing a
his-
torture diaper.
Ooh.
Do you remember
Yeah.
when he was just being on that little
Yes.
lever and we were watching him from the top be like, hey.
And he was like,
Yeah, and he was like, guys, can we do as little takes as possible, please?
like, just shoot me out.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really. Mine was oddly enough in the parking garage scene with the dragon. My costume folded at the shoulders, and Jack Dylan Grazer had to grab me like this, and it pinched me so bad I was bleeding all day. And I had stunt actors bumping into me because we were running through the crowd,
Ouch.
and like the SWAT team and the police, they're all running by and bumping
Whoa.
into me, and then I have to fall to my knees. I was in a lot of pain. I was bleeding everywhere.
It was because of the dragon. all
Yeah,
this
the
was happening.
power
I
of the dragon.
blame
It was
Layden.
your fault, actually.
Layden was doing whatever he wanted.
It was your fault.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, well, debatable.
And Lucy, I don't know if I'll ever get this opportunity to ask again, but it seems like the perfect opportunity.
This
Because
is, okay,
it's the-
now I'm getting nervous.
We're
What is
nervous.
it?
No, I
excited.
promise it's all fun. Because this year is the 20-year anniversary of Kill Bill Volume 1.
Yes.
Nice.
This is
And I'm
very
just wondering,
20
years on, can you, first of all,
Wield a sword.
Yeah? Have you
Mhm.
tried?
Yeah, all the
Good,
time.
because we have a sword, right?
right
Wait, that's so cool.
do you have
What do you
any
think about
particular
that?
memories of? I listen. A Kill Bill Volume 1 to me, it stands out as literally one of the greatest action movies ever made, and I still rewatch it on a regular basis. It's up there with like Mad Max Fury Road, one of the best of the last few years.
Honored.
But
Nothing to do with me. It's all Quentin, but I'm honored for
it's a
him.
lot to do with
has-
you.
it
But
has.
is there one particular standout moment or any memory just looking back 20 years on, where you're like, yes, I love that for me.
I remember it so well. I remember that the snow was made out of soap. When you're doing samurai sword work, as one does,
You know.
you don't walk when you're moving. You slide. And I also remember,
no.
yeah, and boy did I slide.
Oh, no.
But most of all, I remember that well and the sound of it became almost like a metronome. And I thought that was such a magical touch that they added into that scene. And I also remember when we were there that I asked Quentin if I could add taking off the shoes and bowing, because ultimately we were equals, you know, and it was a showdown, and you need that moment of respect. And he was completely open to it, and he was like, yes.
Nice.
And I mean, I showed him first, but I think that was something that made it elevated that moment between the two women, you know, that we acknowledged each other, and we acknowledged that here we are. We always knew we were going to get to this point because, you know, obviously Oren knew what she had done, and she knew she was going to come for her at some point, and she was always going to die by the sword, and not necessarily by her sword, but someone else's. So she was never going to die of old
Don't you
age.
want the Lucy Liu commentary of like the whole movie? Because
Just the whole 2.5 hours, and it's like
you don't even
sit
need
there,
Quentin. Quentin can go somewhere else. You can just do the whole film.
Quentin is such a good. He talks about. He's got such great stories, and
Oh, yeah.
I would always acquiesce to whatever he was.
I would listen to him read Goodnight Moon. Just had a couple F-bombs in there.
He's got the best laugh. by the way.
Yeah, I know he does.
He's got the best laugh.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.